Respected leader, impeccable moral ethics, a remarkable passion for giving to those in need. These are but a few descriptive words spoken when asked about this year's Elizabeth Burns Lifetime Achievement Award recipient.
Harold's just a good person, and I think he breeds leadership in us and goodness in us as well. I mean, I think that we're a pretty great and dynamic team together, but you have to have a great leader.
His personal values are also the same as the values of the company. Things like honesty and integrity and an ability to communicate.
He's very down to earth. He's knowledgeable. He knows what to do in any situation.
Harold's a born leader. He was built to be a leader, and people like to follow him. So those are two great assets.
As the president and chief executive officer of the rapidly growing Yard House Restaurants, Harald Herrmann is also described as one of the finest in his industry. A true success story rising to the top of his field, literally from the ground up. His story should be an inspiration to anyone pursuing the American dream. A native of South Africa and raised in Orange County, he was determined to get an early start. At age 16, he landed a part-time job as a dishwasher at local Marie Callender's and unknowingly began his career in the restaurant business. Soon after, his passion for the business was sparked by food stylist turned restaurateur Deborah Fabricant at her popular Orange County restaurant, Chez Panache. It wasn't long before people realized he had something special. El Torito came calling, and at the young age of 23, he became general manager and never looked back. He continued his rise in restaurant management when later accepting a position as food and beverage director for a local Hilton Hotel franchise, as well as West Coast Restaurant Ventures, who owned Bistro 21, Viva, and Kachina. Then in the mid-1990s, Denver-based restaurateur and nightclub owner Steel Platt approached the rising star with a restaurant concept that would revolutionize the industry. Harold accepted the offer, and the Yard House was born.
To succeed, you need people like Harold. So here in California, the first person that I met for that job was Harold, luckily for me and for Yard House.
The Yard House quickly became one of Los Angeles County's most financially successful independent restaurants, and in less than 2 years, Harold became a partner as the company began expanding to other markets. The concept is simple: great food, great beer, and great rock and roll. The flagship Yard House opened December 7, 1996 in Long Beach, California, and today has expanded to over 30 locations nationwide, offering an experience like no other. A common thread among all locations is the large center aisle and oval bar, which boasts the world's largest selection of draught beer. The keg room is essentially the pulse of the operation, housing nearly 5,000 gallons at a time, with a selection of 100 to 250 tap handles at any given location. Music is the cornerstone at the Yard House, and with its state-of-the-art audio system, houses over 6,000 classic rock titles. Each day, a playlist is hand-selected by Steel Platt himself and distributed via streaming audio technology to each location in real time. It's this meticulous attention to detail and constant pursuit to an exceptional dining experience which has set the Yard House apart for nearly 15 years. Recently moving corporate headquarters to their magnificent Irvine location, the Yard House continues its stunning growth. With an average 8.5 million per unit sales, the company opens 5 to 7 new restaurants a year with a goal of eventually reaching 150 to 200 units worldwide.
And he's one of the best in the industry in operation and putting a team together.
He's a dynamic person, but he reaches out, and the community involvement that we have is not only something we do as a company, but it's something that he's very active in personally in his own life.
Even with the remarkable success the Yard House has accumulated, it's Harold's work outside the boardroom which might bring him the most recognition. Harold has always felt a great responsibility to give back to the community and at the same time developed an overwhelming passion for philanthropy. He has championed many causes both personally and professionally. All extremely dear to his heart, he has worked closely with numerous philanthropic organizations, including Susan G. Komen for the Cure, which the Yard House has been a corporate sponsor for over a decade. He's developed close relationships with athletes and entertainers, and 911 for Kids, who provides mentor mini-camps for fatherless boys, single teen mothers, as well as internships for young adults. And Share Ourselves, a volunteer-based emergency relief agency providing food, clothing, financial aid, and medical services. He's on the board of directors for Canyon Acres, which provides homes, care, treatment and support for abused, neglected, and troubled children and their families. He also serves on the board of Kids Connected, offering support to children and families dealing with cancer and loss. In 2005, Herrmann embarked on a personal quest to further help in the fight against cancer. Herrmann launched a group of books that provide support to children and their families dealing with hospital visits and the process of cancer treatment and loss. Beauregard's Hospital Handbook has been a vital part of the Miller Children's Hospital Long Beach admissions and treatment process for several years. Moxie, developed for Kids Connected with the mission of supporting children and their families. And Lovesick was a partnership project with 22 teens designed to help others like themselves with parents fighting cancer or the loss of a parent.
Even in the best of times, food banks can have a tough time feeding everyone who needs their help, and the line apparently is growing.
In 2009, after listening to disturbing news reports about the depletion of supplies at local food banks due to the economic downturn, Harold co-founded Rounded Up America. The concept provided a platform for collective giving, allowing restaurant guests to give back to local charities by simply rounding up their checks, with remaining change going to local charities.
We're really proud of it. You know, we really feel like the money's doing a lot of good, and one thing to just make clear is that it's not our money, it's our guests' money. They're the ones who are donating, they're the ones who are helping. We're just simply the, I guess, channel in which they do it.
Within the first 18 months, Rounded Up America raised an astonishing $400,000, with 95% of all donations going directly to local charities, such as food banks, homeless shelters, crisis relief centers, emergency assistance for military and their families, as well as services that protect welfare for children and adults, Operation Homefront, and the California Restaurant Association's Educational Fund, just to name a few.
It's bigger than just us, and again, that was our vision, Harold's vision from the very beginning. The end goal here is not for Yard House only to raise this money, you know, for these very needed charitable organizations, but as an industry to raise this money.
Harold and Rounded Up America have expanded its reach by asking other restaurant groups around the nation to participate. To date, the outpouring of interest is amazing, and the program has successfully launched at Lucille's Barbecue, Hoff's Hut, and they most recently added IHOP to the list of participants in this amazing fundraising effort. Rounded Up America envisions someday collectively reaching in the millions of dollars in donations a year for charities worldwide, if not more. Also active in the industry, Harold is the incoming board chair for the California Restaurant Association. Not surprisingly, he's been recognized repeatedly by his peers and received numerous honors along the way, including the 2010 California Restaurant Neighbor Award, along with recently being honored for his passionate work with Rounded Up America.
Congratulations, Harold. I can't think of a more deserving individual for this award.
It's been my honor and my pleasure to get to work with you side by side for the last 13 years.
I just want to say congratulations, and I think you really deserve this award. You're an amazing person and an inspiration to me.
Myself and everybody in the company really appreciate your efforts and what you've done over the last 15 years to make us a success. Thanks, you deserve it, and see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. at work.
A loving family man, respected leader in the industry who tirelessly finds ways to give back to communities, all while running a multi-million-dollar corporate empire. It's easy to see why this year's 2011 Elizabeth Burns Lifetime Achievement Award recipient is Harald Herrmann.